All right, we've got some sweet potatoes here. I would say probably average size sweet potatoes. We've got 3 cut in half. Use a fork, punch a whole bunch of holes in them. Microwave for, it came out to 19 minutes and 30 seconds. First time I've done it, so I can't tell you if that's the lowest minimum that you can do, but it worked for this one. So I'm going to take the fork and I'm going to scrape out all the fleshy part of the sweet potatoes. I'm going to put those in a bowl and just kind of mash them down a bit. I'm going to add some cheddar cheese. I'm going to add a little touch of kosher salt, coarse kosher salt. I am then going to run those balls through an egg wash, and then I'm going to bread them, and then I'm going to fry them in a pan alongside our jerk pork pieces derived from chunked out pork chops. Alright, so we took the fleshy part out of all 6 of those average size sweet potato halves, mashed them up with a fork a bit, get them stuck together. I'm going to put a little quarter stick of butter, no exact measurement, whatever you want. I'm going to take this kosher salt right now, and it's coarse, so it's large chunks. Just going to throw that in. We're going to mash that around with a fork, try to give it evenly dispersed. I'm going to grate up some old cheddar cheese into the bowl. Then I'm going to form them into little bite-sized balls. I think I'm going to add a little parsley too, little dried parsley flakes. Just a little pizzazz. Maybe a little pepper, black pepper, and form them into balls. Egg wash, breadcrumbs, fried in pan. Should be good. That's a little stick of butter, a little quarter stick of butter. Little parsley flakes, dried parsley. Toss that in the bowl. Probably about 2 tablespoons. We're just gonna take our fork and we're gonna mash it through. Just press the fork down over and over until you get it evenly dispersed. There you go. You can see the parsley is woven together pretty nicely. We're also going to take 2 scoops of this garlic, minced garlic in a jar. Message to my mother-in-law: I'm sorry, Deb. I know that this is not going to be good for you, but I'm sure it tastes just as good without the garlic. But for all those garlic lovers out there, I thought I would add this. So we're going to dump those in, and we're just going to mash them through with the tines of the fork. We got 1 large egg. We're going to add a little bit of milk to that, whisk it together, get an even consistency, and then we're going to take our sweet potato, parsley, garlic, butter balls. We're going to run them through this egg wash, and then we're going to run them through breadcrumbs, and they'll be ready to fry up in a pan. All right, we got a little pile of old cheddar cheese, brick cheddar. We got our sweet potato, garlic, parsley mix. A little bit of breadcrumbs, a little egg wash. There's some cheddar cheese in the bowl. So we're again going to take our fork. We're going to mash it through until it's evenly dispersed. And there is the mash with the cheese. Ready to go in the egg wash. Ready to go in the breadcrumbs. Ready to go in the pan. Oh yeah. Here's the balls. Here's the egg wash. Here's the breadcrumbs. Here we go. Here are the balls, egg washed and breaded, ready to go in the pan. Oh, we got a good deal at Walmart. 7 of these beauties. I believe they were $7.67 for 7 nice sized pork chops. So we're gonna carve around the bones and the fat, get rid of both, and leave ourselves with a couple handfuls of little pork chop chunks. We're gonna fry those with some onions in a pan. and some jerk seasoning. Alright, these are pork chops deboned. Probably trim off a little bit more of this fat as we go along. But we're going to chop this into bite-sized chunks. You get some olive oil in the pan. Get some onions started until they are translucent. And then we're going to add the chunks of pork chop. And then we're going to add multiple sprinklings of the Cool Runnings jerk seasoning. This stuff here. Probably 3 times, once every 5 minutes, while frying up these beautiful pork chops. All right, so we got our pork chop chunked out. As you can see, I removed a lot of the thick fat strips that were on these pork chops. I removed the bones. We've got our sweet potato cheddar balls. We've got our onion, which is going to get put into a pan with olive oil, and the pork chunks. We've got broccoli and carrots, which we're going to boil for 10 minutes after we skin the carrot, dollar it out, and get some broccoli spears. And then those will go into a pan with some butter and brown sugar so they get candied. And then we're going to make a little bit of quick rice, white minute rice. Should be great. Taylor's looking forward to it. Aren't you? Are you looking forward to the pork? Yeah, buddy. All right, so we're ready to do the pork. We've got our burner heating up to a low-medium heat, about 2 1/4, 2.5 out of 5, which would be about 4 or 5 out of 10. We got some extra virgin olive oil. We're going to put that in the pan. It's a nice, very shallow layer. Move that around, get a total coat on the pan bottom. We'll let that heat up for a minute or two, and then we're going to add our pork chunks and our onions. Onions will go in for about 3 minutes or so. And then the pork will go in. After the pork has entered the pan, I'm going to cover with a light dusting of the Cool Runnings jerk seasoning powder, and it'll get 2 more applications of jerk seasoning powder as it's cooking. Alright, we've got water in a pot. We set it to boil on high. We've got 1 carrot, medium-sized carrot, dollared out. You can see it down there. And half a head of broccoli into spears. I'm going to bring that to a boil, let it boil for about 8 minutes. We've got the onions, which have achieved their translucent appearance, starting to brown just a little bit. So we are going to add our pork slices. They're not slices, they're chunks. Our pork chop chunks in with the translucent onion. At this point, with the raw side facing up, we're going to add some Cool Runnings jerk seasoning powder. Yeah. Yeah. Where? No way. Wow. Nice.
Dumbest thing I could have ever done.
Go, Leafs, go. Alright, so we got a little bit of jerk seasoning added here. We'll mix it up as we're browning. We're going to add more jerk seasoning as these chunks brown on 3 to 4 sides. Smells amazing. Broccoli and carrots coming to a boil. We've got our fry pan ready for our breaded sweet potato cheddar balls with garlic and parsley and butter. I got a feeling this one's going to be a home run. Okay, so our jerk pork chunks and diced onion. The chunks have been browned all the way around. They're still raw in the middle, so we're going to continue cooking, but this is when we're going to apply our second application of Cool Runnings jerk seasoning. It's a nice layer. Get that all mixed in. We've got our broccoli and carrots to a boil now, so there's probably about 6 minutes remaining. Oh yeah. All right, so we've been going at about 8 minutes on the jerk pork chunks at a 2.5 out of 5 or a 5 out of 10. We've got our broccoli and carrots boiling for about 5 minutes now. They got about 5 minutes left. We're gonna heat up this pan with some olive oil, and we're gonna get these sweet potato cheddar balls in the olive oil to cook and brown. And the quick rice, it's 5 minutes at the end, and we'll do that to coincide with the timing of candying the broccoli and carrots. All right, so we got our old Teflon pan here, our handleless Teflon pan. So we've got our olive oil brought up to a low heat. As you can see, our old pan here is it's not exactly even, so we've got our oil settled to the outside, so that's exactly where we're going to cook our balls. Here's our balls. Sweet potato, old brick cheddar, shredded up, butter, parsley flakes, a little bit of kosher salt, rolled up into balls, run through an egg wash, settled in a original breadcrumbs mix, and we're about to fry them in a pan. Deep frying them would be just as good, if not better. I've got high hopes for these little beauties. It's going to come out very, very well. We got 1.5 cups of water, come to a boil. We're going to add our 1.5 cups of quick rice, minute rice. We're simmering our jerk pork chunks, and we've got our sweet potato balls almost done. Going to turn off the heat. Got our minute rice. Add about 1.5 cups, like so. Mix that together. A little bit more rice. We got the heat off. We are going to throw a half stick of butter in there, mix it up, throw a lid on it, remove it from the heat, wait about 10 minutes, stirring it once, and that'll be done. Hot pan. We got butter, got broccoli and carrots. Add a little more butter and brown sugar on that to start caramelizing the or candying the broccoli and carrots. All right, we got half a stick of butter, 3 large spoons of brown sugar, and we're just gonna move all this stuff around so it gets a nice candy glaze. Remember, if it's not enough brown sugar or butter, don't be afraid to add another half stick of butter and another scoop of brown sugar, which is probably what we're gonna have to do here.